Amazing. I'm excited about this opportunity. Been waiting for it for a while. So happy it finally came back around and got the opportunity for Coach B to bring me back.
How close did it almost happen before? Were you in the mix for an early job?
When Coach B first got the job 2 years ago, I came in, interviewed. It didn't work out around then, but we stayed in contact, and he got a chance to bring me back, and he did.
How did the comfort level with him and Aaron kind of make this the right fit for you?
It was pretty easy, man. I mean, been knowing Coach B when I was a player, played for him, and Aaron, we played together, both from Florida. Built a tight bond when we played, stayed in touch with Coach B and Aaron over these years, and when they got the chance to bring me back, they went in on it.
The building across the street, you played there how many times?
Once.
Once. Just what are your memories of being there, and what were your thoughts about it being there again as a coach now?
So we played here my senior year.
Okay.
I want to say we were undefeated at the time, or maybe one loss, but we were down 14-0 at half, and I remember Coach Ash coming in the locker room, chewing us out pretty good, and we ended up putting it together and coming back and winning the game. It may or not have been more than one loss. I can't really remember, but we ended up coming back from that deficit.
Antonio, Aaron Henry's told us a few times that when he was a player, he never really thought about getting into coaching. He's like, I wanted nothing to do with it at that point. How are you as a player in that regard? Is this something you've always kind of seen yourself doing?
I probably had that same thought, just seeing some of the GAs that were in those roles, Ben Strickland, Kevin Kane, just seeing the hours that they were working, and I was like, nah, I wouldn't want to do that. And then after playing ball after college, and then I ended up tearing my ACL playing arena ball, I was like, all right, next best thing for me was to get into coaching and kind of give back to the game what the game gave to me. So that's why I chose this path.
I guess then after that injury, how quickly did you kind of have to make that decision to go into coaching, and how kind of hard was that for you?
I'm gonna say, so I was playing arena ball for the Arizona Rattlers, and first game I played in, I was probably there for like 2 weeks. First game I played in, I tore my ACL. We're out in Florida playing Orlando Predators. So I'm rehabbing. The season ended maybe like 3 or 4 weeks later. So I'm rehabbing that was in the summer, so all the way until maybe December. Paul Chris takes the job at Wisconsin. Ben Strickland, who was on the staff at Wisconsin, was like, hey, you still want to get into coaching? I was like, yeah. And Paul Chris called me, gave me an opportunity to come back as a GA, and took full advantage of it.
Coach, what do you feel like you bring to the program as a recruiter? And are there some specific territories, areas where you have good contacts and relationships?
So, as far as recruiting, I've recruited JUCOs, I recruited Texas, I recruited Oklahoma, I recruited national DBs. I'm from South Florida, so I know that area pretty well. I know we're still figuring out what area specifically, but I'll probably be most likely in Palm Beach and working my way up, Orlando, Jacksonville, those areas there. But I mean, anywhere you put me, I feel really good about bringing my personality in there and recruiting some good kids to be a part of this program.
Antonio, with how much success the secondary had for Illinois the last 2 years, are you trying to provide some continuity with how things have been run? Are you trying to bring something? I'm sure you're bringing your own identity and flavor, but are you trying to have you have a vision there for what you want to do with them?
I think they have a great thing going. What they've done, what Walt's done, what Aaron's done, what Coach B has implemented within that secondary group. I'm just trying to keep adding to that group and just keep developing guys. And the end goal is to make sure these kids are getting better, graduating. So that's what I want to do when I get in here. So.
Antonio, can you walk me through how that time as a D2 coordinator kind of helped your career take that that next step, and what you kind of learned in that experience?
I would say going to East Central University was the best thing that I could have done. Going from Wisconsin, GA for 2, QC for 1, and got close on some jobs. But I needed to go out and establish myself. And Al Johnson got the head job at East Central, brought me on to be the coordinator. And what I was able to do there was just grow as a coach, as a mentor, because you have to wear so many hats at those levels. I mean, you're running study table, you're checking classes, tutoring, just being a life coach for these kids, coaching them obviously. But that was one of my favorite jobs, I'm gonna be honest, because you spend so much time with those kids and you're working with limited resources. But being a defensive coordinator, obviously it was trial and error. You learn what you can do, what you can't do based on maybe these kids aren't at the same level as they were at Wisconsin, but try to figure out, all right, what can they do, what are they good at, and just making the most of it.
I know you played with Aaron a lot at Wisconsin. When you kind of got there and met him, what was your kind of first impression of him?
I'm going to say we hit it off pretty well. Me and Aaron met on my official visit. It was January. I mean, I want to say it was the last, maybe second to last weekend before signing day. It was my first time flying, first time seeing snow. It was -10. Coldest I'd ever been in was maybe like 50 degrees. And I went there. He had open arms right away. Even though we were in the same position, he was like, hey, this is what this place can do for you. It's changed my life already. He had been there not even a full year. But, I mean, we hit it off right away.
Where are you at in your transition to the job? Have you gotten into watching film, meeting guys, learning the scheme, that kind of stuff?
I mean, right now,